Yes.
What's up, y'all? We welcome back. Weekend was busy again as usual. Got
Who
to
are
see,
you?
yeah.
Who is this guy?
Oh, it's Brian. Brian, lead organizer for Wisconsin Voices, and I think I used my title pretty well the last few days. It's been pretty busy. It's been fun, and it's been a little tiring because you got to, run around, and the sun is not giving up on Milwaukee. I appreciate this so much. So thank you, God. Thank you for this fall starting.
We also have with us in studio.
I'm Teresa Bishop. I work at Wisconsin Work.
Good morning.
And we can't forget Mr. Debo.
Mr. Debo.
You know, Debo, he's part of our, when we hear he's part of our team, right? But you are part of our team when we are here.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why you're part of the Wisconsin Voices family.
But when I come to the building over there, I go to Randy's and get food.
Get food on the second floor.
On the second
Yeah.
floor, yeah, I'm on the second floor.
And he ain't pulled up to the 7.
I saw the button, but I was like, 9. They crazy up there. I got up there.
It's a weird, you can relax and eat after you grab your food. You have no space.
Really?
You got tables. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, and if you gotta take a meeting, you don't gotta be bothered. You can go in the room, just take stuff for like 5 minutes and go eat some food. Like, all right, y'all just can't stay with up and keep it moving.
I got to come over and meet Chi.
He is not in house.
He's not.
No, he's remote.
I didn't know that. I thought she was in the building somewhere.
So we have a lot going on this week, especially today and tomorrow. What we got going on, Brian, for tomorrow?
Check this out. We got the big vote. Now, we've been talking about it. I'm gonna get it going one more time, 2 more times, probably like 10 more times this week, this next 2 days. There's a big vote coming up. Doors open up 5 p.m. except for 6 to 10. It is a all get out the vote registration party community event for everybody to come out and enjoy 18 up with ID, please. Who do we have on that list tonight?
So we have some amazing people who are really in tune to getting people out to vote, being community leaders, and wanting to make sure that our community bands together. So our headliner is Scrappy, aka Lil Scrappy. Very excited to be here. We have Ro James. This is I think he was in Madison, but this might be his first time in Milwaukee. I mean, in Wisconsin, actually. Period. We have Steve Stoner and T Twins, Kia Rap Princess. I saw her perform at Dawn's event. I kind of like her.
Yeah, I listened to a couple of her tracks. It's pretty nice.
Ray Nitty.
Mm-hmm.
Then our very own Carvey P. This is an NOV love. We Real Rich and LA, by the way, aka Vaughn. Right.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out.
It's Vaughn. And it's gonna be it's gonna be fun. We have a special guest appearing. We ain't gonna tell you about that one. There is a special guest coming. I'm excited about that one. That's my shit. Oh God, you can swear on. You know how you say that. Yeah, I can't be swearing. The FCC gonna get to me. But that's my stuff right there. You know, that's my jam.
Sugar on the attitude.
Yeah, that's my sugar. So doors open at 5. Look, this is what I'm going to tell y'all about this. Please register, because there will be 2 signs. You have to register to get into that show, no matter who you are. Now, if you wait until the last minute or come to the show without your name on that list, because I am printing that last list at like 4:55, so I have everybody's name on there. If there's one line that get in with your name, the other line will have to still take the time to go to the QR code and get in. That is to save you time. Just register, and then we can get you in because you need a ticket to get in. It's free, and I love that some people have given us donations. This is a free concert, but I saw a few people gave us some love and gave us some donations because we are doing. We're just trying to get out the vote. So thank you.
So to make a just quick question, there is voter registration on
Yeah, we will be assisting people. So I was going through the whole thing. So when you come in, that is how you're gonna, be there, get there. Then there are other sponsors that are gonna have information about this. But as you're coming in, we're gonna ask if you want a registration to see if you are registered or not, and where you are, if you're registered at the proper address or whatever. And if you are not, we are going to assist you to register. If you are, thank you. But we are going to give assistance to register people to vote there. That is the big thing. We're going to give information about the ballot initiatives that are at least on the Milwaukee, the statewide ballot initiatives. Some cities have other initiatives on, like I know Glendale has the school referendum. We won't be giving all that information. You got to call your local school board for those, or your city. If city has initiatives on the ballot, please call your city officials to ask them about that. But then we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna have people, and we're gonna try to be interactive. We're gonna ask people what they think. What issues matter to you? What do you want to see in elected officials? We're going to try to do all that. This will be live streamed through different channels of Instagram, our social media, Facebook, all that. So if by some reason you can't come out, at least you'll be able to see some of what's going on. But we ain't going to be directing all the concert the whole time. So you're going to miss some stuff. You might miss some stuff. So you really should come out if you want to. I'm excited. Did you know you coming?
I'm thinking about it. We want Mr. Carvey P.
Mr. Carvey P.
That's what I'm most excited about.
Mr. Carvey
Can you
P.
give us a sample, Carvey? Well,
Best time you can.
I'm gonna say,
Wait and see.
You see me. I am cutting the check.
No. I mean, could you give us a sample? I guess he told me.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess not see, but there could have been somebody who ain't gonna be at the concert that might hear him. I'd be like, wait a minute, I love him. Wait a minute, I gotta get to that. But no, Carvey.
He the one that made that? Yeah.
No, that one. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Let me see. What you got?
So, all come out to the concert. Make sure you're all prepared to hear that. You're gonna hear some break. You might hear some low end anthem. You might hear some Like Whoa with me and Steve the Stoner. Just be prepared to have a good time. That's all I have to say.
Among the possible singles that she was going to hear.
There is. So we're excited about this, but none of this matters, and if we don't get people out to vote.
Right.
And we're gonna talk a little bit about voting. So the last day let's get into our political stuff, and then we'll come back to the concert. The last day to register to vote is October 16th. Online. If you want to register online, is the last day is October 16th. After that, you either need to go to your clerk's office between the 17th and the 22nd or the 21st. You got to go to your clerk's office. On October 22nd is early voting starts, and that's when you can go and register when you vote at any of the locations that are available for early voting. And we'll mention those in a little bit. I have to pull those up because I have not memorized them all. But that is what we got. And then we got November 5th. And then that's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
That is the fate of this world.
It's best to register now and not wait till the day of. I mean, go ahead and take care of it now. Just go ahead and get that out of the way. You're set. You're ready to go on election day or early voting if you want. Yeah.
Carvey, you're not registered to vote yet. We'll register.
Oh, we're gonna get him.
That was what last time.
Once you register, unless you moved or changed your number, or your address or something like that, you register. If you are having issues and you you need somebody to help assist you, you can call us at Wisconsin Voices, and we'll try to get somebody out there to help you. Our phone number is 414-226-4289. Again, Wisconsin Voice phone number is 414-226-4289. One more time, because the pen, every time you get ready to write something, you got the pen and then the pen don't work. Now you running around trying. And we'll say this again at the end of the show.
Hold on, man. Wait.
Yeah.
Do one more time.
414-226-4289. Also, you can email at us at info at wisconsinvoices.org. And you can spell out wisconsinvoices.org. Let's talk about the ballot. You ready?
Oh yeah.
Well, let's talk about first of all what's on the ballot so people will know. I think I got all these. I have worked really hard to get all the pronunciations of all these names.
There's one I'm holding on to see if you got it.
I probably don't. So I'm ask Mr. Policy Man to help us out. But there is on the ballot, there is President of the United States. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candidates that you can vote for, and then obviously you have a write-in. The first, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz on the Democratic Party side, Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance, Republican, Randall Terry and Stephen Broden on the Constitutional Party, Chase Russell Oliver, Mike Turmatt, Libertarian, Jill Stein and Randolph, Wisconsin Green Party. We have Claudia De La Cruz, Corinne Garcia, Party of Socialism and Liberation. Then we have Cornel West and Lena Abdullah, Justice for All. And then Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Nicole Shahan, We the People. Those are the people that are on the ballot for president, and then they have a write-in. But remember, if there's write-in candidates that they have to be registered, and you can ask the clerk for a list of the write-in candidates. They won't give it to you unless you ask. So if you want a write-in candidate, but if you write in Mickey Mouse, that doesn't count as a vote. If you write your cousin, your uncle,
yourself,
if you haven't registered as a candidate, as a write-in candidate, it's not a vote for them. United States Senator, it's Tammy Baldwin, Democrat, Greg Hovde, Republican, Bill Anderson, Disturb the Corruption Party, Thomas Leaguer, American First, and then you can have a write-in candidate. Then we have Representative in Congress District 4, Gwen S. Moore is a Democrat, Tim Rogers is a Republican, Robert R. Raymond is an independent, and then we have a write-in. Now, some of these next ones, they don't have an opponent. They don't have any other party that had someone in this race. So just, you can either do a write-in or vote for the person. But George Drake will be the state senator for District 4, and then there's a write-in. I know there's no write-in candidates for that one. Milwaukee County District Attorney Kent Laverne, he's a Democrat. Milwaukee County Clerk, is George Christensen. He's a Democrat. He's the only one on the ballot. Milwaukee County Treasurer is David Cullen. He's a Democrat, only one on the ballot. Milwaukee County Register of Deeds is Israel Ramon. He's a Democrat, and he's the only one on the ballot. Now, let's talk about the state of Wisconsin eligibility to vote referendum. I am going to read what this referendum says word for word. Eligibility to vote shall Section 1 of Article 3 of the Constitution, which deals with suffrage, be amended to provide that only a U.S. citizen age 18 or older who resides in an election district may vote in an election for national, state, and local offices or a statewide or local referendum. That seems, and this is an issue, so Wisconsin Voices will be taking a stance on this and telling how we think we should vote. This is an absolute no for us. A couple things. There's a bunch of things, but first of all, that is what it says now. Basically, you have to be a U.S. citizen now. But with this wording only, there is you have to prove, and this is some of the stuff that I've been researching, you're going to have to prove that you're a U.S. citizen. Some of that is already done when you get an ID. Because an ID, a driver's license, you have to bring a birth certificate or a Social Security card to do it. So, but let's talk about proof of citizenship, because I may, especially as a woman, we change our names when we get married. Some of us do. So we're going to have to prove that the birth certificate name is us. So we may even have to bring a marriage license, divorce decree, whatever it is. This is just another step when right now all we have to do is prove that we're eligible to vote and that we live in the district that we're trying to vote in. What do you think, Joe?
What do I think? I think, we started to see that, just talking to some folks that I know, when you started to deal with the real IDs, when those started to come out, it makes it really, really difficult for folks, especially for women, to go out and get that real ID, because like you said, because sometimes you have to bring a marriage certificate. If you've been married more than once and divorced, you're going to have to show a complete chain of how your name has changed from your birth certificate to now. And a lot of folks don't have those documents handy. Some folks can't afford to go down and get a copy. I mean, sometimes they're $20, $30 for vital records.
Wait, let me stop there, because when you talk about that, that's in Wisconsin. And I'm going to tell you, you have a way of going, and I talked to Izzy about this. You can go on the website and you can say, I need my birth certificate for voting purposes, and they can mail it to you.
Oh, nice.
So that's an easy thing to a point.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens if you weren't born in Milwaukee County?
Right.
What happens if, I know my grandmother did not have a birth certificate, and she was born on a farm, so they had to go to the clerk to, after she had 18 brothers and sisters, so she had to go to the clerk. Her mom and dad would send it to the clerk and say, hey, we had 2 kids. And that's how they got registered. It wasn't a hospital. Birthday may not be right if they didn't remember the right birthday or didn't look at the time. They might have been born, the 17th of a month and at midnight, and then it might change. There's so many things that, especially older people who may or may not have that. Um, where were you born?
I was born in Allen County, Ohio. So to get mine, I know for a fact it's a $30 fee, just to get a copy of a certified copy of my birth certificate.
Right.
So I don't know. It's been a while since I've done it, so I don't know. I'm imagining you can go online and do it now. But the last time I went, you had to go in person. I had to walk into the office and request it and fill out a form and pay the fee before I could get a copy of my birth certificate. So
All right,
it can be tough.
we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about some other like negativities of this. This is Be a Voice with Wisconsin Voices, 860 AM, 106.5 FM. All right, we are back. We're looking up on Wikipedia about the referendum, and I guess we're gonna. Wisconsin voices has taken a stand of saying no, but I want to read what they've changed, and this is under section 1. It said it used, or this is what this is how it reads now. Every United States citizen age 18 or older who is a resident of an election district in the state is a qualified elector of that district who may vote in an election for a national, state, or local office or a statewide or local referendum. That's how it reads now. They want to change the word from every U.S. citizen to only a U.S. State citizen. The argument, and I'll just pick a couple of these. The argument that State Senator Julian Bradley says that is supporting this. He says, from the debate on this issue last session, I know some legislators believe this is unnecessary, but this is a simple, straightforward solution to a problem that threatens our constituency most fundamental right. To those who do not believe this is an issue, I would point to the Maryland State Constitution, which uses similar language to describe who can vote. And in quotes, this is every citizen of the United States, end quote. That language did not stop College Park 10, other municipalities in Maryland, from allowing illegal immigrants to vote in their election. That is not the case, but okay. Now we have opposed. And we're going to read from Nick Ramos, Executive Director of Wisconsin Democracy Campaign. There are a multitude of checks and balances to ensure that non-citizens are unable to register to vote and cast a ballot, and yet voters now choose to change our Constitution once again to appease the lawmakers who refuse to look past the conspiracy theories and accept that their own experts have told them. Adding the language to a constitution is disrespectful and unnecessary. The current language describes eligible voters, and it should remain the law of the land. And then there's one other here from State Representative Greta Bauer. Not only are these amendments an attempt to limit access to the ballot boxes based on misinformation spread by some in this body about the security of our elections, but they are parts of a broader effort by legislative Republicans to circumvent the traditional lawmaking process and enshrine the political agenda in our state's most important document, the Wisconsin Constitution. There are, you think this is a simple word, but it's not. And I just believe this has worked for us. We have checks and balances in place. The ones that we have caught are very, very few. There's some people who try to circumvent, but they've been caught
and punished.
and punished in jail. So our checks and balances work. Um, I said last week, I think it was last week when I was talking how people put a narrative out. It might be the most weird narrative, something that is not factually based on any data. And if it's said enough, people will hold it as gold. And that is the problem. Just because a lie is being spread over and over and over and over again doesn't make it true.
True.
No. And you have large groups of people out there that believe the elections are stolen, that there's large groups of or large examples of voter fraud going on. It's just not true. It's just not true.
Absolutely not true, and it's been proven. And when we start trying to change laws to support one on truth over another, when does our Constitution? It's going to end up being not the pure thing that it's supposed to. You know, there's amendments, and that all the amendments that I have seen have made it better for citizens of the United States. Those are the only amendments. If we try to nitpick, and this is a nitpick. This is literally something that is nitpick.
And possibly setting up for future legislation down the
Yes.
road. This is kind of laying that groundwork now for future legislation that's going to further restrict voting rights.
I will always go back to what happened when southern states started to ban their state and state LGBT or same-sex marriages. And then what did they do? Then they started to say, well, let's ban interracial marriages.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's ban interfaith marriages. We're trying to. These bills have come up. And when it starts with one thing, you think, I don't care. It's not me. I don't care about this. It's gonna eventually come down to you because they go for one of the little small things and it goes trickle down. These things happen. I read an article this morning where the group sued because they thought that the Asian students were being discriminated against because of, and that Black and Latino were getting more preferences when it came to Ivy League schools. And the Supreme Court, shut it down. So there's no preference anymore. But now they're mad because their enrollment has went down. It didn't go up. Black and Latinos in some cases have either stayed the same or gone up a little bit. And the Asian kids who are applying in many university Ivy League have gone down. Now they're complaining again. And they're saying that it's settled. It's not. But we want to fight for stuff that we think is for us, but we're not considering what it is for everybody else. Say, that don't have to do with me. I don't care what they do until it affects you. And eventually it will affect you. It will definitely affect you no matter what. This is some serious business, and people take it so lightly.
Yeah, I was here looking, that one documentary is called "Suppress Sabotage," and I believe one of the other voter registration organizations out of the South created it. But look it up when you get a chance. It just showed all the suppression that you see in the last 6 to 8 years from the South, and don't think that the Midwest is not on there. They definitely come up here and do a couple shots of them doing some ballot box, mess up here in Wisconsin. So Wisconsin does pop up on this documentary, but it's 44 minutes. You will see a little talking on it, but you type it in. So suppress and sabotage. And it talks about the forms of suppression. I mean, even just think about to the smallest thing with the IDs. Everybody has some people have hyphens and things like that. There's so many ways. There's so many things that are affecting people when it comes to voting. So don't think just because everything is cool up until as far as yourself, because your name is it may affect your daughter, your niece, somebody in your family who may not be able to register to vote because they have a hyphen or apostrophe somewhere in their name. So they're trying to nitpick again, like Joe and Tamika was saying. They're really trying to nitpick on the smallest things. When you watch this documentary, you'll see how it's really affected so many people in there. It's not just black people. You'll see people affected all across the impoverished areas in the South and who have issues with their voter registration. And you should, as far as on the empathetic side, you was just seeing some older people who have issues. That's what upset me most. You have people who really vote, who really late, just been out there, these guys marching, this guy went to war. They just have issues. You'll see it in the documentary. This older guy, right in his 80s, issues with his voter registration. Or even when I was in Kentucky last year, we picked up two older women. They was just happy, then we get to picking them up. They had to go to another location because the district that they had to slip in on and moved them to a whole other side of town. And they said they had nobody there. So we picked them up on the bus and took them, but the TJC picked them up and took them to the other side of the city. Another situation happened where we took those ladies, dropped them off. Another older gentleman was coming out had issues at that location. We dropped them off. He was so upset. He was cursing and saying he wasn't even going to vote for in that race, but he decided they convinced him, put him to the side, and convinced him to go to another location. But this is just not affecting just the younger generation; it's still affecting the older generation. So that little piece I have to say, the nitpicking is real, and it's right in our face, and they act like we don't see it, or they just think, "Oh, just don't care."
Well, if you're, we've said it, I don't know how many times, Brian, but if your vote wasn't important, they wouldn't be out trying to steal it so bad.
Tamper it, grab it, snatch it, flip it up, make it disappear.
Discourage you from casting.
Act like you don't exist. Everything right. Stop.
So here is the other like nobody's been talking about this a lot, but Chuck Schumer rolled out his No Kings Act to eliminate the presidential immunity. So first, it was this act overturned the disastrous Supreme Court immunity decision, where the president has almost blanket immunity when serving as president. So he has introduced legislation to help with this. It would finally hold possibly people who have been convicted to be able to those convictions can stand. I think this is an obligation that we need to fix and something we need to fix because no one, and this is an issue that has just come out, and but nobody is above the law.
Nope.
Not one single person is above the law.
Not the president, no elected official,
nobody,
no police officer, nobody. Nobody's above the law. The law is supreme in this land.
And the thing is, people, and I am not one to, elected officials are not perfect in any shape or form. They are human beings. Some make mistakes, some don't. They can change. They might have, but I don't. I don't hold elected officials up to and maybe it's just because of me, because I know I am flawed. I am a flawed woman, or else I literally would be in heaven chilling because I am perfection at the finest. I would not be on the radio right now. Am I right, Debo? I know you think I'm perfect, but I'm not quite. But no. I'm not saying they're perfect, but we have to hold people accountable. We try. I try. I might make a mistake. I might not even know I made the mistake. and then but it's ways to correct them. There are people who made mistakes and like, I didn't know, and that's okay. If you can fix it, do what you have to do. But doing stuff legally just because you got immunity and you can't be touched, that is a whole different
Yeah,
ballgame.
and also if you know that you got this immunity and then you move in masses of people to do something destructive to your
Right.
own land, that is a problem. I'm just saying on whatever level, or if you doing some sneaky stuff and you covering up somebody else's dirt, like
And
a family
this-
members,
and-
that happens in a lot of levels.
but this could go down to, and I was thinking about this though, this could go down, that's federal, but this is the basis for states to do the same thing with their executive branch, which is the county exec for the county.
Mhm,
The state is the governor.
mhm.
The cities are your mayor, your village trust, village presidents. It could trickle down to saying, executive people have immunity.
Oh man, I just was thinking the scenarios over in my head as you were saying that. Thinking of 50 governors and every mayor across the United States and every county exec having blanket immunity. It would be utter chaos.
That, and if they got on the cord, that too.
Oh man, that's something we definitely don't want to see, and that's why we have these systems of checks and balances in place to make sure that this stuff isn't supposed to happen. But some recent decisions by the Supreme Court has definitely kind of put that in jeopardy. I think.
Well, we're gonna keep you informed as much as we possibly can. Again, there are some other ballot initiatives for people who are outside of the city of Milwaukee. There's school referendums. There are, I think there was a couple of city referendums, all about levy or voting or whatever a case may be, depending. Please pay attention to that. If you do not understand that, we can try to help you if you call Wisconsin Voices. Ask for Joe Dre.
Hey, yeah, ask for me.
He can
Talk
try
to you.
to if we don't know exactly what it is, but he is a great researcher. He's be on it. He's going
I'm on
through the city of Milwaukee, their budget that they put forward, that the mayor put forward. We're going to be talking about that after the concert.
Yep.
But if you have any questions, you can go on to the website. There is Amplify Your Voice. There's a click. You can ask any questions you need to ask. We'll try to answer those on the radio. Please use that resource because as we're planning some of these programs, we're like, what do people want to know? And some people are sending it, and we're going to do a thank you to a bunch of people who are just sending notes of support. Just
Right.
like, thank you for being here. Thank you for explaining stuff.
Mhm.
Thank you for, so we try to do this for y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate that. It's nice because it's definitely been cool to hear people say, check you out. And information. They love the content. So, even if it is a random conversation about garbage cans being shifted out.
But that's what we need.
It
It's
is
important.
I know.
There is, what? People need to know that information because I know,
real.
for one, the city of Glendale is about to do a whole new thing. We're getting a new contractor for garbage pickup. Eventually, that's going to be all those garbage cans have to be picked up. All the new people. What do you want? If you don't want a bigger one, a smaller one, that is all information that we have to get out there. I don't know how to do it.
I got a Glendale question for you.
I don't have one.
Okay.
I don't have any answers. I don't have any answers.
That's great.
We're gonna go on. We're gonna take a break because Brian trying to ask me some on the spot question, and I will definitely.
I got no answers.
This is Be a Voice with Wisconsin Voices. We'll be right back. We're gonna talk about the big vote one last time. Be right back.
Yo, check it. Bring it back one time for the crew. We rolling loud packs on the stew. Nah. Oh, hey, ma. Oh, hey guys, what's going on? I thought it sounded a little echo.
Right? Keep
Hey, if,
on
you
our
listening
toes.
if you guys are listening to us right now, riding up Capitol, please be safe. It is a little busy back here. We got a little congestion with the stoplight being out right here on Antonia and Cap. So if you are riding, please be careful. You are listening to 860 WNOP 106.5 FM VA Voice Radio with the squad and
Joe Dre and
I'm part of the squad.
we're gonna be riding deep tomorrow. Oh,
Oh, we're excited. We're excited. We're
Yeah.
going back to the big vote. Look,
Mhm.
y'all. Y'all are gonna be. Have y'all ever heard something? "Man, that might be random, that might be," and then it be hyped, and you hate the fact that you weren't there.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Be a lot of
yeah.
events here sometimes.
Yep, we got. I'm telling you,
You just never know with a
Wisconsin
Milwaukee
put
event.
Wisconsin Voices and Milwaukee Turner worked hard to put this together.
Yeah.
There is our other sponsors is the Believers for Change, Sherman Park Neighborhood Association, Urban League, Greater Urban League of Milwaukee, NAACP Milwaukee chapter. Let's see what else. What's the
Work Center for Racial Justice.
yes? They are
Yeah.
Working Families Party. Working Families Party. Who else? There are sponsors that are coming in to help and get us information we need. I'm excited. I'll also TJ Transformative Justice Coalition is help sponsoring this event and yes, sir. Cardi B. Ain't no food. Yeah, we better try to get some food trucks. You know, I don't know if they can pull up or
That'd be a good little night for them. Pull
That would
up,
be,
yeah.
Yeah.
Right there and pack up and get your money real quick. Food truck folks, go ahead, pull up and
we ain't telling you to do it or not because we have not. You know where you can go and where you can't go.
Yeah.
So we are not telling you to do anything. If you
Pull up for
want to be
20
close to
minutes,
there,
make 20 plates and get it.
no. We are
Oh,
not
man.
telling you. Wisconsin Voices
That
is
was
not
Brian
saying
Sanders saying, "Get your money."
anything.
Brian Sanders, get your
And
money.
Brian Sanders is not saying it because he's on the payroll right now, and we are not. No.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Get your pay up.
So we are, like I said, we're super excited. This is tomorrow. We'll be on the radio. I think we'll have a couple of our artists calling in tomorrow. Huh? We're live streaming it.
Make the right angles.
Again, the big vote. If you don't have the QR code, this is what I want you to do. Go to Wisconsin Voices. See, I'm gonna spell this out so nobody can say we didn't know. I tried WI. It's WISCONSIN. Voices VOICES.org. When you go on there, you might have to scroll a little bit, but then you'll see the big vote. Click on that. That will take you immediately to the Eventbrite. All you got to do is fill out that information, get your ticket, click. This is what we need you to do. Also, since this is 18 and over, you have to have a driver's ID or a driver's license or some kind of ID with you to get in. No exceptions. Out. Because I hate saying no exceptions because there's always one of those one time something happened. It might be grandma that's 92. You know she over and she just want to come and see Scrappy. Want to see Scrappy. I'm gonna let her come in if she don't have an ID. You know what I mean? So I can't. I hate saying no, but seriously, we're really strict on what we're gonna let in. And especially because we need to ID people because there is a cash bar there. And we got to make sure 18, 21-year-olds, we got to put their mark on Who can't drink? Who can drink?
Mhm.
Come down there, have a good time. We ain't going. And the thing is, people are watching this. We are not gonna act out. We gonna have a good time. We ain't gonna have no foolish, no tomfoolery there. We gonna have a good time
Yep.
and make sure that people know that every single event that Black and brown people put on is not gonna stop or be chaos at the end.
Smooth event.
It's gonna be a
Yep.
smooth event, especially because Cardi. Is that how I do it? How
Very good.
Not
you do it? See, yeah. I just wanted to
like a
put some
producer drop.
respect on his name. Is that what I'm supposed to do? I want to see the goat. I'm gonna see the goat.
He is the goat.
He is the goat. I need a greater. Do you know how many people are literally calling saying, "How did Cardi B get in? Why didn't we get in?"
Hmm.
All right, we are done for today. Thank you so much. This is Be a Voice with Wisconsin Voices. We have. Oh, let's take this one call.
No, they're
No,
gone.
they left. We're gonna try to get that one caller in before we leave. He left. Well, if you call back, you got about 1 minute to let me know what you wanted to say. All right. Well, we out of here. Thank you, everybody. Please, the big vote
Tomorrow.
5 o'clock. Doors open. Concert starts at about 6:30. You can come hear me speak a little bit. I'll be super quick. Thank you.